retired after the Paramount War, but the world government would not let them go. They're still within the organization, but they're both performing different roles now. However, the sad thing is, neither of them will ever be free. They'll both be serving this organization till the day they die. And just look at Kong for a good example of this. That dude retired from being Fleet Admiral only to be installed as Commander-in-Chief. It's like every time you want to retire, you just keep being promoted into higher and higher positions with less and less freedom. And the Marines in general, they're like quicksand in the 90s. Absolutely everywhere. And the harder you try to escape, the more it is they keep you trapped. And bear in mind that this is the good outcome. This is what happens when you do everything right, obey all of the rules, and perform as expected. So now let's explore what happens when you don't meet that impossibly high standard. The greatest prize to be won on God Valley may have been Shaki, but the greatest prize to be won in this video is the award-winning flavor from the sponsor of this video, Fume. And this here special device, this is a Fume Zero, a single-use flavored air device with no vapor, no nicotine, and no batteries. Just magnificent. Of this spectrum is Mr. Kuzan, practitioner of lazy justice, which is one of the harder philosophies to understand because it can be difficult to see how it applies in a military context like the Marines. However, lazy justice makes infinitely more sense when you consider it as part of the company culture metaphor. Because I'm sure most of you will have seen something like this. But every year there's a new article that comes out on the internet reporting that surveys in Japan suggest that half of all companies employ a quote old guy who does nothing. And that is originally what Kuzan was. There are reportedly old dudes in companies who have chosen a life of laziness, and their daily activities tend to consist of taking breaks, idle chit-chatter, and my personal favorite, staring off into space. Apparently, Japanese companies are plagued with these men, and when I say old guys, Kuzan was 47 years old when we first met him, so he is definitely heading up there at this point. And the reason why this is a phenomenon, it's multifaceted, but it can broadly boil down to a loss of purpose. The idea is that you've been part of the system for so long that it's just worn you down over time. And in the case of Kuzan, prior to adopting lazy justice, his motto was actually surprisingly burning justice. Kuzan was a thoroughly driven man with willpower on the same level as Sakazuki. However, over his time with the Marines, Kuzan lost that fire. He stopped believing in his purpose, and he settled into the rather comfortable place of lazy justice, which, to clarify, is defined as the belief that justice is seldom worth pursuing and should be enforced with as minimal effort as possible. And it's very interesting to go back and pre-time skip Kuzan because a lot of his comical quirks are quite sad in retrospect. The first time we meet Kuzan in chapter 303, our introduction to him was the Five Elders complaining about Kuzan going sightseeing and not taking his rank seriously. And given that part of his character design is a sleeping mask, I would honestly have to agree with them. After reaching Long Land, instead of doing his job, Kuzan makes idle chit-chat with Nami, and even the fact that Kuzan slowly rides a bicycle across the sea is making a mockery of the concept of efficiency. And Kuzan is even so lazy that 30 seconds after meeting the Straw Hats, he decides that he needs to take a break from his break and needs to have a lie in. After which point he attempts to do some maths, adding up the bounties of the crew before promptly abandoning that task because it is too much effort. All of which is hilarious when we first meet him. He's not at all what you'd expect a Marine Admiral to be after meeting characters like Smoker, but that's because we've met a man who's already more or less abandoned justice. It is seldom worth pursuing. And the exact point at which this happened was identified by Oda as the Ohara incident, which is what turned Kuzan away from Garp's philosophy and left him in a place of nihilism that he still somewhat occupies today. The key thing with Kuzan, though, is that he has not completely given up. The system has eroded 99% of his beliefs, but there was still something to hang on to. And ultimately, Kuzan would use that remaining 1% of passion to fight for the position of Fleet Admiral and to subsequently resign from the Marines when he was unsuccessful, after which point he would go on to join Mr. Blackbeard. And the exact reason why Kuzan joined Blackbeard, it's a bit of a mystery at the time of this recording. I say a bit because it doesn't really matter, as we already understand the core principle behind it. Kuzan joined Blackbeard because Teach was honest with him. He said that he and his crew, they weren't necessarily the best of friends, and that they were a group of free people working together with an aligned interest. And his offer to Kuzan was, "You're a free man, what do you want, Kuzan?" Those words may have been said by what looks to be the ultimate antagonist of the series, series, but Blackbeard actually says quite a lot of wise words. And these words in particular are what Oda wanted to hear as a child. Not that you need to do this and that, but that you have the freedom to decide what you want to do. That is what piracy represents to Oda, to Luffy, and apparently to Blackbeard. And meanwhile, this is directly contrasted against the world government when Mr. St. Topman Warcury is particularly upset about Kuzan joining Blackbeard, and he says, "And what of Kuzan there? He's dedicated his considerable power to assisting Blackbeard, of all people. A fine message that sends about the Marines." Which I love because Warcury is less concerned with the individual betrayal and more concerned about how it reflects upon the collective. He is concerned with the image, remembering that earlier the Five Elders had described the Marines as the image of the world government. And if there's one thing that we can say for sure that Blackbeard has never been concerned with, it is his image. And that's why, compared to the Marines, even Blackbeard looks like a warrior of liberation. So Kuzan, I think, had a rather happy ending, but it didn't come without cost. Kuzan's fight against Sakazuki for the Fleet Admiral position took a huge physical toll, leaving scars all over his body and even claiming one of his legs, which is a great allegory of what this lifestyle can cost you. You go to work every day in a very nice suit, hopefully, and nothing looks wrong, but over time, these scars build up and can leave you as quite the broken man. And speaking of broken men, Kizaru Mage, this is Oda's magnum opus for this metaphor. When former Fleet Admiral Sengoku retired, there is a reason why he recommended Kuzan and the world nobles recommended Sakazuki, with nobody at any stage thinking that Kizaru should have become the next Fleet Admiral, especially not Kizaru himself. In fact, during his call with Sentomaru right before the invasion of Egghead Island, Kizaru refers to himself as, quote, just another cog in the machine, which is already pretty bad. The dude's made it all the way to the rank of Admiral, and he still doesn't see himself as anything but a device to be used by the collective. However, it's actually much worse than that. In Japanese, the term that Kizaru originally used is shachiku, which can be directly translated as wage slave. It's a combination of the kanji used to form the words company and livestock, and it's said to have been conceived by the chairman of the Japan Supermarket Association, going on to mean an employee who is completely subservient to their company, never complaining about overwork or any other issues. That is what Kizaru describes himself as, because he is the worst case outcome. His will has been completely broken. Kizaru's motto is unclear justice because he himself has no vision for the future, nor does he dare to take a moral position on what actually constitutes justice. It's dangerously close to the point where Kizaru has lost all sense of self and has now been perfectly mechanically integrated as so many salarymen find themselves becoming. And even the One Piece Vivier Card data book is pretty rough on Kizaru, describing him as not much of a leader, and despite his rank, he prefers to follow orders. Not only is he just a cog in the machine, but he's also a rather rusty cog. Kizaru is extremely inept with any technology, and his subordinates constantly need to re-explain how to use the same devices like the Black Denden Mushi. Kizaru is a broken, withered salaryman, and the exact opposite of what Oda wanted to become, which may also be why Kizaru proved to be the greatest challenge for the Straw Hats, appearing on Sabaody Archipelago to give these young dreamers a wake-up call and to show them the overwhelming pressure of the world around them. These three admirals show the three paths forward if you choose to integrate, and none of them are satisfied with the lives that they've led as a result of their choices. In fact, the only Marine who seems to have found some meaning within the organization is arguably Garp, and I think that may be because Oda's father, Setshura Oda, was a salaryman who also enjoyed painting as a hobby. In fact, Oda has one of his father's paintings proudly hanging in his house, showcasing vibrant primary colors that would go on to become a staple scheme for the colors of One Piece. But the whole relationship between Garp and Luffy definitely feels like it comes from somewhere. I mean, I'm assuming that Setshura Oda was probably kind enough to not throw his son into a jungle to force him to survive, but that feeling of pressure from Garp to Luffy to become a great Marine, that seems like it could spawn from parental pressure to become part of this established society. In Japanese, there is a concept known as Gama. It's a form of Japanese stoicism that encourages people to persevere and endure, with the term roughly meaning enduring the seemingly unbearable with patience and dignity, which is very much how I would describe Garp. I'm sure he's not proud of everything that he's done as a Marine, definitely not, but he endures it because of what he has managed to accomplish for the world, as well as for the D factor. Think back to the proverb, the one about the nail sticking out that gets hammered down. This is what Garp has in his mind when raising Dragon, Luffy and Ace to become Marines. He knew that these three misfits were already pretty noticeable nails due to the fact that they are all members of the D clan. And it's even been stated by Sengoku that Garp likely would have been executed long ago if not for his hero status. The relationship between Garp and Luffy definitely feels like it comes from somewhere. I mean, I'm assuming that Setsuro Oda was probably kind enough to not throw his son into a jungle to force him to survive, but that feeling of pressure from Garp to Luffy to become a great Marine, that seems like it could spawn from parental pressure to become part of this established society. In Japanese, there is a concept known as Gama. It's a form of Japanese stoicism that encourages people to persevere and endure, with the term roughly meaning enduring the seemingly unbearable with patience and dignity, which is very much how I would describe Garp. I'm sure he's not proud of everything that he's done as a Marine, definitely not, but he endures it because of what he has managed to accomplish for the world, as well as for the D factor. Think back to the proverb, the one about the nail sticking out that gets hammered down. This is what Garp has in his mind when raising Dragon, Luffy, and Ace to become Marines. He knew that these three misfits were already pretty noticeable nails due to the fact that they are all members of the D clan. And it's even been stated by Sengoku that Garp likely would have been executed long ago if not for his hero status within the Marines. So he was doing his best to keep his family alive. He was trying to hammer in those nails very tightly before the much more brutal hammer of the world government stumbled across them. But in the end, I believe that Luffy is an ideal vision of Oda who refuses conformity at every opportunity. Whenever an idea is brought to him by a group, like say the Straw Hat Grand Fleet pledging their allegiance to him, Luffy immediately takes a left turn. And he was unlikely to know this at the time, but Eiichiro Oda, and by extension his character of Luffy, share a similar philosophy to 20th century author Natsume Soseki. To him, there was a disconnect between Japanese society and the ability to create art, as Natsume Soseki believed that art must be an individual expression. Japanese critics of Natsume Soseki have labeled him as egocentric. However, almost everyone in Japan would go on to admit that Natsume Soseki was on the money, as he quite literally is on a 1,000 yen bill. But this emphasis on individual expression is how Oda writes Luffy, and a big part of why Luffy resonates so strongly with not just his target audience of Japanese teenage boys, but everyone around the world who struggle to various degrees with the rules and expectations of their respective societies. And it's also why the Marines feel like such a rich group of antagonists. So many times in shonen manga, an author sets up a group of villains who are just sort of there to horror farm and not to actually explore any ideas. But what I love about the Marines is that the people within this institution, whether they are written as villains or not, are all tragic victims of this system in their own ways. And they've all got their own individual opinions on this system that can often even clash with one another. But after successfully breaking out of this system, in the one known interview with Oda's father, Setsuro Oda, he had this to say about his son's work. The most important thing is everyone is happy. I hope One Piece spreads its wings across the world. And thank you so much again to Fume for sponsoring this video, and definitely check them out through the link in the description.
Oh shit! I don't know. It worked.
We gonna use another one, right? Put that one up.
Let me look at the stats on these others, bro. You just make guesses, right?
Down. Well, this one's the second one we got, so I just assume it's probably stronger.
Yeah, it's okay.
What was that second one we got?
Definitely doing that. That's about turn. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like all these others.
There she go. Gotta protect next 2-3. Alright, we gotta get it. But we know they playing.
Yeah. I'm still tripping off why that nigga had that explosive thing like that first version. He's some wood.
To the right. The Chinese take it.
That's gonna turn you into something right there. What happened to him, nigga? Nah, that nigga said something with another nigga.
That's dirty. I wouldn't do
And Apocalypse, I wouldn't even be mad at you.
Yeah, we're also on top. You didn't even look.
No, I'm making sure there wasn't nothing else over here.
But you're not looking over for real. Like, look left. There it goes. He's obviously gonna grab your fucking leg.
Like, bro, I'm looking for icons, bro. If there ain't nothing that's over.
I'm just an icon living. I'm just an icon.
That was a hit, man.
Yeah, how's it?
Did you finish that?
Yeah, ain't nothing over there, bro.
Go ahead, press it for the 19th time.
Nigga, no.
Go ahead. Walk over there. I think Leon's more suitable for you because you know I really like look around and like get like people and like
Nigga,
I solve mysteries. You're more of like a meathead.
You better stop fucking talking to me, nigga. Dead ass. What that is? The same thing. Oh, I read this.
But I think it's back in the room
What with the monitor shit?
with the dude on the ground. I feel like I didn't get the look.
This room?
No,
Nigga,
nigga,
it's
it's the other one.
fucking 75 niggas on it, bro.
Alright, hold on, stop right there, because I ain't get the look. Back up. Alright, let's start right here. Let's look around. What's going on? Okay, he's doing that. See if you try to open the door. Okay. Turn around. Do the tick. Oh, you was slow for? What's that? You was slow? What's that?
Bro.
Alright. Let's keep looking. Okay.
And they got drunk as a bitch, man.
What's this? Okay. Alright. We've been here. You saved the game, right?
Yep.
Okay. Wait. Oh, we already seen that. That was Emily. We seen that. It was Ultraviolet plan.
Ooh. Can I get that?
No, you don't go back. Go out. Go out to the right.
Okay.
I knew you didn't play Resident Evil. Now I'm gonna solve the fucking mission, bro. Alright, look. See what that is first. Okay, nothing. Left. Let's see what that room was down here. Have you been down here?
Not
Because last time I told you to come down here, you said I'm looking around and you walked back to the same fucking spot. Remember that?
Oh, God.
I'm asking you, do you remember?
Yeah, I remember, man.
Alright, because you're fucking one-track minded. That's how y'all tell y'all little cousin with him with this is y'all. Like, cause now the shit really make me
I
mad.
can't wait to say I talked to older cousin.
You sorry as hell. Keep going, man.
I'm gonna let you go.
But fucking go find a tool. This was it. Scrap.
Oh, hell no.
Just see what happens. Can you walk up there?
Nope.
Okay. Oh wait, what's down there?
Down here?
Sorry, man, shit. So you there? It's way down there.
Yeah. It's an elevator.
Yeah.
It's an elevator.
Yeah.
It's gotta get power on it.
Did you go all over there?
Mm-hmm. I thought that I could snatch that bitch off. And this was bolts.
Okay, turn around. Yeah, go back that way. Turn right and then go straight because that's no. Right. You know, right. There's left, right.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Nigga, right. Back up the stairs. Yeah, that way. It's something up here that we're overlooking.
One of the wheels is somewhere in this bitch to go get on there.
Have you been through there too all the way?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you have. You didn't see this? You didn't see this? You never went this way.
Oh, shit, my fault. Yeah, you might be on something.
Bro, you my little cousin. I'm telling you, I know what you be doing. You don't fucking pay attention. But there's something right there.
Yeah, this is blood. I wonder, can he grab it?
There it is, right there. Even if you can't, blood in your head off. Get out that nigga face! Wait, fucking pull your ass for real. We need a lock thing. Can you use that?
That whole only selected.
Hold on, don't. Turn left. No, right. Cause what's down here?
We go. What the? Why the fuck you in the cell then?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh shit, that's why. Are you okay? Sweet? Lord of the Rings, first with you. I know you scared.
Leon, please.
You said Leon found him?
Yes.
I mean, Leon found him.
You know, Grace was 6 bullets at once.
Yeah, what's up?
Is that you playing now?
No.
It's not?
No, it's not me. Nah, it's not.
Okay, so yeah.
Bro.
Hold it. Circuit system provide power. Okay.
Okay, so this is all those things.
Hold on, what's fine.
Okay.
Oh, no. Still.
Oh, shit. We go to this bullshit.
Wait, make some with the scraps though. I think you make bullets, right? Yeah, right there. Yeah. Alright. Down? Was someone on the ground? Yeah, but there was someone. Oh, yeah, get some more of that. Well, I don't know when they come. Nah, you can shoot. What the? Are you crazy? She eating the shit out of that.
This last one,
My God!
no, they said no.
See, I ain't never seen Grace be done like that. Maybe you gonna have to play that. Give me the goddamn controller. See, that's
Okay, well, I can't wait. I dead ass came out.
You just don't look around enough. Now I gotta fucking solve it myself. So you probably can just shut the door. Let me see what this is. You gotta set the 3 joint plugs and pull the left up. Pull the left one. The joint plugs are currently being used to power areas. I've marked the locations on the map. There's one in the holding cells, one in the inspection, and one in processing. Holding cells, inspection, processing.
Do you have a map right now?
Well, I got to try to kill you. That's what I know I got.
Automatic update. You can build up that whole community. Build up the community.
They're not giving you the game. They give you a hit. They said, nah, you don't like my first encounter.
Like, so what I'm doing a little differently. Can I explain? So I'm automatically because I was paying attention, but
You died in the same cell as me.
Huh?
You died in the same cell as
I didn't die in the same cell. I died in the same because I thought maybe you could shut the cells off.
Okay, I tried that too. There was no icon on them.
Do you want me to try to?
Yeah, go ahead. You fucking do shit.
Oh, don't say it like that. Don't do that. Oh, I know what to do. I know exactly what to do. I thought that might go in like the middle, I ain't gonna lie. But there has to be a way.
Oh, shit.
Wait, maybe I'm supposed to go through.
She ain't going for that shit. Wait, so
I was gonna put that on open one of the cells.
oh, okay.
Yeah, open one of the cells. So I get to run to the cell.
But okay, so you tried pulling that bitch down there and you put it in there?
She said she never been everywhere. Yeah, for it's too late, bitch ass nigga. Lock in for this shit for it's too late, bitch ass nigga. I thought I was a dope man. Only number on my phone is a dope man.
Crazy freaking. Leadership. On the side. Yeah, funny. See this. Like, what the fuck? What am I even looking for, bro? Oh.
I get money. You broke is funny. I get money. You broke is funny. I get money. Sit there. Like, how many times so far? Fuck! Damn it! Cheers for this shit, boy. Damn.
Sometimes I gotta pause it, I gotta catch my breath. And sometimes I gotta go online and get new denim. And baby, I rock what I want, I don't care if it's trending. Yeah, baby, I rock what I want. Baby, I'm trying to the boss. Came with a drink and I feel like I'm Josh. Look at that times, get money in club. You know, when you at the top, you know they go hard in the future and it's up.
Damn. I got really fuck this nigga.
Got your bitch in the front row of my show. Get it all by myself, fuck a promoter. Walk around with the world on my shoulder. Yeah, yeah. It's easy to hate from the bleachers. Yeah. We are here, to young niggas trying to keep up. Yeah. When I wake from home, and I'm still trying to find my way back home. Some more. The baby is good on my DO jeans. I'm trying when I'm on the floor. It's alright to come. Say this shit. Hop in the fashion and take it open. Yeah. We get dark outside. I already know I'm gonna take that flick. It's a whole lot of broad people around me. Gonna take that lick. It's a whole lot of Percocets around me. So yeah. And it's suicide when I hop in that bitch. Cause I might die. And I knew that she long. I knew that fix it. No. Yeah. Then two I go. She's home. I might just stay about it. Yeah. I might slide. I might slide. Sometimes I gotta pause it, I gotta catch my breath. And sometimes I gotta go online and get new denim. And baby, I rock what I want, I don't care if it's trending. Yeah, babe, I rock what I want. Baby, I'm trying to the boss. Came with a drink and I feel like I'm Josh. Look at that times, get money in club. You know, when you at the top, you know they go hard in the future and it's up. I'm not even cold. We gon' get this like cold time. Slower. Not for nobody. Not for no one. He ain't got no one. Acting like he's someone. Don't even know how. Yeah. Yeah. Split it with my niggas. Just gon' let me. Yeah, you know I'm swinging. I'm in. Start. Got your bitch in the front row of my show. Get it all by myself, fucking roll. Walk around with the world on my shoulder. It's easy to hate from the bleachers. Yeah. We are here, they young niggas trying to keep up. Yeah. Been away for a while and I'm still trying to find my way back home. Yeah. That money already printed, you just gotta give it what the fuck you want. Oh. One thing I got two lives. I got two lives. I got so tired. Where you going down? I got two lives. I got two lives. Damn it, I got too hot. So baby, I eat home eyes. For the fashions, I got jewel ties. Once yeah, I got two lies. Because I got cool ride. She got my soul tied. People tell she cause she know you know that. They tryna do me wrong. Fuck up the dog. I do this shit with a passion. You doing this with a hoe. I guess the way life goes. I guess the way life goes. Don't try to keep real was close. They don't know how to be real. I don't know how to just chill. I was beat up with the pill. Walkie got me with the ear. And I'm going through niggas for periods. I laugh and I niggas is serious. I was so sick of these hoes and no care. And the woman be inside the shirt. Focus up on the work and them dance. So my phone screen the reassurance. What to be, I ain't had no insurance. I got rolled in my pockets with chips. She like, yo, I had to explore. I got time next day, I ignore. She was hurt, no, I couldn't restore. They tryna do me wrong. Fuck up the dog. You do shit with a passion. You doing this with a pose. I guess the way life goes. I guess the way life goes. Don't try to keep real with the code.